Friends, namaste and welcome one more time from PMC English. I'm your friend Kavita, and today we are going to talk something very sensitive topic that is especially for women. And before starting this interview, I would like to request all friends of women, either male friends, husband, father, brother, they should understand, they should hold such space for women who are widow, whose husband left them before. So, though we know that all these are our spiritual experiences, but still, in this physical world, we need to hold that space, we need to support them, and we need to make them ready. Maybe girl childs and your friends, your wives. So, friends, let's welcome our guest Aniruddha Miryala, who is the founder of Way to Moksha, who is from Florida, USA. Ma'am, welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for choosing this beautiful subject. It may help a lot of people. Yeah.
You're right, Kavi, because I've seen a lot of people suffering with that even in this 20th century. That's unbelievable.
Yes, that's very true. Even we have seen, you know, even in our childhood or still now, as you said very well, that women are suffering whose husband leave them before. So though we know women only choose this to experience something in deeper level, but why this happen?
That was an excellent question. Before I answer the sensitive answers, I would like to invite my Hanuma to answer all these questions for the universal truth. I'm inviting Hanuma Surja to take the class for all the women in this universe and also give the strength whoever is listening to understand in depth and also to follow his guidance, to give all of us that strength. Whenever that happens to any woman, that could happen to anybody.
And at any age also.
At any age, at any time. I knew one couple who got married and then the next day, they go to the wife's house, right? That's a ritual.
Yep.
So when they went to the wife's house, what happened is he went out for some friends get together or some party, but he went alone outside. And they had these big dogs, the protection, in the Jubilee Hills they have these huge dogs which protect the house. And they are very extremely, they are vigorous, means they are very, they only taught to attack if anybody comes. That's all they talk. They don't know the love. That's how they are trained, those dogs. So when the guy went, because they never introduced the new groom, so groom to the dogs. They have to introduce. Even the newborn baby also, they should introduce to the dogs.
Yes.
But they didn't do that. So this guy went and then came in the night like 12 or 1 o'clock. They kept the gate open, but they never realized the dogs will be outside. So the dog attacked the guy and he killed him.
Oh my God.
This is next day. Imagine the in-laws and the wife, how much they go through. It's the next day after she got married. So rest of her life she cannot forgive herself. She'll be in guilt, right?
Yeah.
This is normal for anyone unless they are deep spiritual, but still they do go through for some time. So in this traveling, what happens is a lot of people they treat, especially people who are in 70s, 60s age, when they lose the husband, they're going through this cycle. What is they're doing a ritual of removing the bangles, removing the color saree, putting the white. So actually this ritual is not there in the scriptures.
Okay.
God would never create these things because we're all kids to him, right?
Yeah.
He would never create these. So when they remove the bangles, so bangles comes from where? Does it comes from the husband? Or the bindi comes from the husband? Or the color sarees comes from the husband? The nature has given to the woman for beauty.
Yes.
So then why we are doing that, which we have since the childhood? That has nothing to do with the wedding. So if you say the Mangal Sutra or the mattal, they say, right, the rings in the feet,
Yes.
those are different. Those comes from the husband. So that is the significance
Significance.
of the wedding, right?
Right.
So I totally agree if they remove those. They can remove that. But not these, right? But then why that Sanskriti came? From where it came, right? That's what we need to talk. So where that Sanskriti came means in the olden days when because of all these diseases, they used to lose the husband very, either wife or husband. You know, the men also used to lose the wife.
Right. Yeah.
So most of the rules are done by the men. So they can marry again within the year
Yeah.
according to whatever they created the rules. It's not there in the scriptures. Within 1 year they have to get married. Whereas when it comes to the woman, they, to protect the woman in the olden days, they did that because anybody, could get attracted who are married people or, anybody, and they could use them. That was the reason they were doing the shaving of the head so that they don't look beautiful. Removing the bindi, taking out the bangles, all that. But now, people whose husband is passing out, so when they are in 70s, when the husband is passing out, why they need to do that? Whom they are attracting at that age? So it is a common sense thing not to do those rituals anymore.
Yeah.
Because see, 100 years ago what they written, it won't work nowadays.
That's true.
So everybody has to think that instead of just to go following that. And also they say it is whatever they do the work, it is not the positive thing. So everything, present situation in the 20th century, you don't
Right.
need to follow all that. So what is happening when the husband passes out? Already the
Woman
person, the wife,
is in pain.
pain,
Deep pain.
and then you're telling them to be in the dark room, in herself, and not to come in front of anybody. All these things will make them
Mentally
really
sick.
more depression they go. Instead of all of us helping as a relatives, we all should nurture and help her. It happened. We all have to live our life happily no matter what happens, right? That is what we teach.
Yeah.
Scriptures also, that's what they teach. Happiness within you. When the scriptures are teaching that, who are you to tell them to make them more depressed? So what is happening when you say that? That is what we will also experience in maybe this life or another life, because that's what we are giving, right? What you give, you get. So if everybody realizes that and then nurture the two men and not to do these things, how great it would be. Even the energy in the house, in the relatives' house, everybody would go to another level of consciousness. So that is called transformation. Transformation is not there somewhere. Transformation is there in our behavior, the way we talk, the way we respect the other person, the way we see God is there in everyone. Then where that abuse comes from? That is, I directly say it's an abuse. Don't you think so? It's an abuse.
That's very true. And psychologically, if we are understanding this thing, nowadays so many people, they are really aware enough, and they can come out of this system. They can support our society and their family and women, and
Exactly.
make to understand others
Yes.
how this thing is really hampering the
Yes.
mental situation of a woman.
Yes.
She cannot come out of this pain throughout the life.
And then on top of it, we're all giving pain, saying that don't come in front. Any wedding is there, don't come in front.
Yeah,
Don't touch this.
anything.
Don't do this. They are in the room locked when there is rituals happening. They're dying every single day. See that whatever happened, it happened in one day, right? But we are killing them not only on that day, lively, like they are alive, and we are killing them every single day with our words, with our way of doing. Recently, I experienced one of our family member. They had a wedding in their house. So the wedding, the boy born and brought up in US, he did medicine. So the mother, she has a mother-in-law. She's her father-in-law passed away a long time ago. But every single thing she made her mother-in-law to start. Every ritual. So we all should take her as a role model.
Yeah, yeah.
Every ritual she made, she said she's the best woman I know as a as a energy wise, as a giving wise, as a person wise. She's the best person whom I know. She has to do everything because her energy matters. That's what I believe in. See, if the energy is not good, whether husband is there or not does not matter. It might not affect that much, but temporarily there might be a little chaos. Okay, temporarily there might be little bit of hurdles in that thing, in the energy wise, but it won't really directly affect the groom or the bride, because what they written, what they have their soul plan, that will automatically happen.
That we have to go through whatever the soul plan
Ah.
is. Obviously, that is first thing, but still helping them. And if we can just imagine ourselves, no matter if we are women or
Imagine, I cannot even imagine that what they're going through.
yeah,
And that could happen to any time, anyone. Why the another woman? This is doing by the woman. Most of the pain is given by the woman, not the men.
So Osho said very well in all this regards, that women who are making suffer to their daughter-in-law, or they can't differentiate themselves with their daughter-in-law.
Yes.
So this is like whatever they have gone through by their mother-in-law or elders.
Yes. They try
to do the same thing. So all the suppressed pain emotions are there, so that they repeat the same cycle. And
some people, there are two categories in that. Just like cigarette, if the father is taking cigarette, one son will get addict, one son would never touch. So it depends on how they are taking it, which way they are taking those values. Same thing. Not every mother-in-law who is suffered will suffer. Some mother-in-laws say, I suffered, I should not make my daughter-in-law experience that. So I want to give the most love I can.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
There are people like that.
Yes.
Someone like me, I would do that.
Yes.
So I want to give her the best experience of her life. She would crave, oh my God, I want to go to my mother-in-law. Because if you keep the daughter-in-law happy, automatically that reflects on the son. So in our family, we everything, money or whatever we want to give, we would pamper the daughter-in-law, we give to the daughter-in-law. That's what I told my kids also. I would write whatever I want to give. I would pamper my daughter-in-law. I would do with her. So you guys should understand. They laugh at me. So if you give that security to them, naturally they will be extremely happy and flourishing. They'll keep our son happy.
The energy we give, that always we magnify, that always we reflect, and that is what we experience also. So it's always necessary to understand that pain of other first.
Exactly. And then one more thing we all realize, right? If the son passes away, the mother-in-law, a whole society blame on the wife. Mother also has the karma. She's also for doing. Bringing the karmas is not a sin, is not a bad luck, right? We all bring our thing. So before marriage, if you lose a son, is everybody is blaming you as a mother?
No.
Then why wife? These are the things everybody has to think, and we all together, we are the society. Society is not somewhere. They say, oh, these are the society rules. Who is the society? Who created these rules? And who is the society? You and me are the society.
Yeah.
So if I stop that, where I see, where I am witnessing, if I stop that thing, so automatically, slowly it will vanish.
So let's move one step forward and let's discuss that how we can change the society, how we can nurture, and what we can teach to our children, so that they will not repeat this culture again.
Next generation is definitely better, especially in upscale society. I'm not talking about people who does not have much exposure, but people who don't have proper education nor exposure, it is worst. Because I get for me, my goal is to reach to those people who needed it, right?
Yeah.
So in that community. So, and they can't get good help also. They can't afford or they can't get good help, and they need more counseling, more education. So in that society, when you talk about, so we do need to educate them properly by doing these classes and also giving lectures wherever we can. And we should make the women leaders and empowerment, even in the villages. So, even beauty industry is rising a lot nowadays, teaching the girls in the villages, whatever wedding makeups or doing, or any skill, stitching or, like where the most sold things, whether they are imported or whatever in the world. If the companies, organizations can teach in these villages, so if they can make money, that will give more respect. So
Yes.
everybody, the society respects them better, whether they are single or widow or married people. So the money power makes huge difference in their confidence, in their leadership.
Yes.
Once you become a leader, the way they talk, the way they do things are different. When they're insecure, when the husband passes away, when the woman cannot do anything, right? If she can't work according to her education and the children are very young, it's so hard suddenly getting into something. And not every family is wealthy enough where they can survive. Imagine that, how a wife feels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not having money, children are young, passed away. On top of it, this society is saying all these words.
And more painful when this these women, when they are not really educated, they cannot teach or they cannot express what they are going through. And as I said, that they cannot teach the right way. And what happens after passing of few years, even their children treat them so bad.
Every woman, or every woman I can say instead of the men, because women are more capable of doing, because we can do 3 things at a time, right? Every woman who can afford, they should adopt a village and start teaching. And more than the teachings, first they should make them independently responsible, courageous. Once they become independently, if they start making money, leadership, automatically you can start teaching them, right? So once you do those 2 things, our India would go really fast track. So all these people who have financially extremely well off, they should definitely contribute. Instead of doing another business, and they want to prove themselves, they should prove in giving and bringing a village up. Don't you think so?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
that
really
is
so
what
beautiful.
yeah,
That's so
I
beautiful.
teach everyone. So once this happens, automatically all these old beliefs will vanish easily.
Long back, I heard one example of Ramakrishna Paramhamsa when he was going through the pain of cancer, and that time he told his wife, Ma Sharda, me after leaving my body, you don't remove your sindoor and these bangles.
Yes.
They were not really educated from schools.
Yes.
But what sort of values they had that time?
True.
Just instead of worshipping them, we should learn what they have really taught to us.
No, Ramakrishna Paramhamsa is an enlightened, right? Yeah. So the enlightened people, when they say that, even everybody says Sadguru, every guru says that's not the right way to do. That's a society made rule. That's not there in the scriptures. Everybody knows that. But still, they have some kind of a shardism. Maybe I don't know what they get by abusing those women. That I don't get it. Maybe they are painful that they lost somebody and they like to blame somebody in that pain. That psychology, I never could able to understand if you go in a psychology point. So maybe they need to, they're in pain, though they want to give that they want to blame somebody. When I'm in extreme pain, I would say, right, oh, because of that person happened, this person happened.
Yeah, generally, like if something happens, people tend to blame someone else, or at the end, if they cannot blame, then they'll directly blame to God. Dear God, why you did to me?
Exactly.
So this is the very negative aspect.
It's not there anywhere in the world.
If we start
Why?
taking responsibility,
Yeah.
that we are responsible for whatever we are going through now, and we will be responsible for further. So if we just have that consciousness, that's more than enough to understand and to treat everyone better.
Exactly. And in America, I see these when the husband passes away, right? Within 3 to 6 months, they'll come to the spa and they tell me, Ani, I need all the help. They say, I say, okay, what can I do for you? Then they say, make me very beautiful because lost my husband. I was depressed. I'm coming out of it. So to come out of it, even more, I want to do these things. So may do something and may bring me out of this. So I do meditation with them, and then I do these, whatever we could, beauty stuff. So I make her beautiful. At the same time, I bring the self-love.
Yeah.
So the self-love is another one. I suddenly remembered, oh, this is what I do in the spa. And they come out of it completely 100% with the self-love. So loving ourselves is the most important. So when we feel that, oh, husband is helping me, husband is giving me love, is taking, is doing. So if you put all your and happiness on someone else, if you lose that person. In one interview, I heard Deepika Padukone said that I, with the relationship I had in the past, which I lost, I was totally dependent on that relation. When I lost that person, and the relationship is gone, I was lost.
Yes.
So to come out of that, it was very difficult for me, but I learned not to depend on other person for my happiness. I learned to have the love within me and self-love. So she practiced. Everybody has to practice that. Otherwise, since the childhood, the society and the parents, everybody taught us our happiness in someone else's hands. But we need to practice saying that to our subconscious mind, and the mind, love is, happiness is within us. Sure, what I'm doing, my husband might not like it. He might say one word like, oh, you're doing, I just came, or, you're not. You always do this. You're not, this kind of stuff. There is a chance of saying, this is how I am. You married me. You don't have a choice. Anyway, I love, even though I still love you. This is what I say. Anytime he complains, right? I say, oh, I'm sorry you married a, lady, who is not with you all the time. I'm sorry, but I still love you. This is what I say. So you laugh and go. So don't make it a serious thing with everything. So same thing, even if they are there or not, our happiness is our happiness.
First of all, we are not just women. We are a soul, and we have to nurture the way we take care of others. So each day, if we just push extra 1% also, that is more than enough to learn something, to do something what we like, we love to do. Anything, maybe exercise or something, or singing, whatever we love for ourselves, that is more than enough. And slowly we can, as you said, those people, widow, they come after a few months, because it's really very tough.
See, we complain when they are there. When they are not there, we want them to be with us.
Yeah.
So just enjoy when they are there at the same time.
Yeah.
So when they leave, that is their soul plan. Respect that. Send them happily. So whatever, you both are together planned it, right? So why crying and asking them to come back? That is not right thing for a soul to do that. Crying also. So it will burn the soul. They feel like thousands of ants are biting them if we cry. On top of it, it's hard for them to go back to their soul city. And the last thing is, the crying is you're inviting the negative energy. And it's a negative energy to the soul also. So instead of that, respect the way they come. When you respect when the baby is born, send the same happiness, respect the same way, because it's our plan. When I want to go, I would go. No one can stop me to go. As a soul, whatever is my soul plan, if I want to extend, there is a way I can extend. But if I want to go, and that is what they both were came up as a soul plan, came up an agreement, so the person would go. He is not going to stay no matter what you say, even if you say to come back or cry.
Not possible.
All those are making your energy down, and you're attracting
That is
all
a
these.
barrier to them,
Yes.
even to ourselves. So first, if we just understand our frequency, our emotions, just shift that energy.
We do need to realize I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
I need to handle this. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
bringing my own courage of woman courage, Ma Shakti, and they should invite the Durga Ma, Parvati, and also Lakshmi Devi and Saraswati at that time. Invite their Shakti into you and become more strong, and send them. Tell the husband, go to your soul city wherever you came from. I'll manage this, no issue. But you need to go and get your another whatever you want to, wherever you want to born. I give you whole liberty. Again, don't lock them. Oh, you have to come back to this family. No,
No.
don't
Yeah.
lock on anything. Give the freedom of leaving and going wherever he is supposed to go and take his own way birth. So with doing that makes so much peace to them, and every day invite those Shaktis. No one can hurt you. So that's another tip actually. Without my knowing, I said that.
That's very true. That's very true. And how parents should, upbring their children from very childhood so that they should be self-dependent, not only financially but
Yes.
emotionally. So
That is
from
it.
if we do that from very childhood, they don't have to suffer at late age.
Yes. See, even more than the education, I go to the villages to teach the meditation and all that. Whenever I go to meditations, I always ask the question, what do you want to do? What you're doing? So they do general graduation. With that, they don't get the jobs or learn something, a skill. It could be beauty thing, everywhere now. If they can do little cuts on the facials, everywhere it is there. Anything, a skilled work,
Right.
stitching or making shawls or making some toy, anything skilled work. If they all, the whole village together, if they put to money together instead of waiting for somebody else and do it, the first we thought of someone, the companies can go and do it. Nowadays, all these top education institutes in the US, they have so much of funds. So they do want to go in Africa and India, all these places. They want to go to the rural areas and they want to improve the skill set in the women. So they are encouraging the companies, local companies, to do the training. So they pay to those companies. So that is going on the way now. But again, you need in India influence and this and that to reach to that. I don't know which villages they are reaching. Maybe in Bombay or like those villages they are reaching. I don't know, but that is, I'm hearing that all the colleges, like top colleges, so they are reaching different countries and they are doing that. So they have so much of funds. Some of the people like the Facebook owner, he gave 98% of the profits are going directly to the charities. He married, his wife is from Taiwan. So his wife and him decided to, when the girl born, that was a gift they have given to the society,
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
world. So they didn't wanted the girl to feel so much of money and then she will have that temperament or whatever. So they wanted her to work for the giving, for the society. Isn't that beautiful
So
to do?
beautiful.
So all that money is going to the who are in these villages who needs the help. So at least if instead of waiting some other company to come and do, villages, all the villages people come up with the plan together and they should set up a thing and they can reach some of the social workers or some
Yeah.
of the government schemes. That is harder to reach government, but they can start doing so that even people like us who are non-profit organizations can help them if they reach and if they come up with a plan. If they say, okay, we are already planning to do this, we need just 5 lakhs or 2 lakhs. There's so many ways. Even in YouTube also you can collect money. In the Facebook you can collect money. There are so many people, even 5 rupees if they give, one village will be done. So these are all very, very important for a woman to self-sustain.
Even early days when, a husband used to leave early, women, they used to survive. They
Yes.
used to do work, maybe outside work or
Yes.
something. By doing something, they used to take care of their family. So if they could have done all these things that time, why not now? And these days things are more easier.
Yes. Higher technology.
Yeah.
Higher technology, the higher the, the how the child, when he grows, the more issues and more problems. So we are having all these attacks on the phone, even our bank accounts, all these are, we never had that before. Now they are disappearing, especially in America. They're attacking on the single women, widows, these cyber crimes. They take like millions of dollars. They're emptying their bank accounts. Women should be protected to spread the love, even to get the earth, the love energy. The women should be protected, whichever way.
Yeah.
For us to go into another fifth dimension, women and the children should be protected. Then we would
Yes.
go to the fifth dimension.
One thing I just felt like to add here, as you were sharing so many things. So if we teach self-defense or something, physical strength,
Since the childhood, yes.
yeah, no need to learn anything from outside.
Yes.
This energy we can feel within.
And they feel protected.
If our both brain are working together, if something is, as we are more intuitive,
Yes.
we know the sixth sense works more than male. So if something is coming,
They can protect their family.
We can protect, yeah.
Yes, actually that should be taught to the boys and the girls both. Because boys also attacked on a lot of stuff. Girls also attacked in different ways. So mentally, physically, if they are strong, then they can secure themselves, they can protect themselves. This is happening. I'm hearing a lot nowadays. That abuse on the children and on the women. When they're younger also, younger kids also, it is happening. Whichever way. Whether it is sexually abuse or whether they are hitting or whatever they are doing. So all those has to be prevented by giving the strength to those when they are in trouble, what to do, all those stuff, they have to be educated. Again, the mentorship, the parents should take the mentorship and teach everything, what is touching and where unknown person should not touch them. And even the women also, they should be taught. Even married women also should be taught.
Very much true.
Which places not to go when they are going, like a alone place. Go as a group. Why you want to go alone and giving that opportunity? Why you complaining on that? When they call, and being a woman, I get those complaints a lot. So I ask that question. I don't say, okay, give police complaint, this and that. That's a secondary. They don't want to give because they're afraid of the society. They're afraid of the husband. He would never allow to these again. He'll make me, not to go in. All those, illusions and the fears, they don't want to say.
Even in family also this thing happen very easily, like someone or,
within the family, I heard a lot of stories when they are younger, like 15, 14, 16 years, whether it's a joint family or coming home, someone, dad's friends or cousins, dad's cousins,
uncle, mama,
or their cousins or somebody, who are little older. Oh my God. And they are abused years. They're afraid to tell the parents. If the parents, because they believe parents will scold and they don't protect.
If they would have tell to mother or father also, parents said to not say all these things. So see how painful for them it is.
They're, when I heard those, I asked why you didn't tell the parents. They said no, parents would not. They will shout at us. They will not believe. So imagine their situation. That's why parents have to give the comfort that they can express anything. Then these can be avoided. And also they should be taught. And they should become very courageous by teaching this karate, whatever the tools needed. There are simple tools they can teach how to protect themselves.
So this was really good enough to understand physically, but in soul level, in spirituality, we say to learn something, we choose such plans, right? So why this soul would choose such plan that is even more painful.
Meaning the husband dying in front of them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, any sort of pain, or
Or
especially
even
this one.
childhood,
Yeah.
even sexual harassment, all those stuff, right? That is chosen by the soul, I agree. And why they choose means they gave those experiences once upon a time. So to feel, the soul has to feel how that feels. See, I have given you, I hit you, right? But I don't know the pain of the hitting, how you feel. I need to experience that. Because I hit a person, whatever their experience is, as a soul, I need to experience. I need to feel it. So, because of that reason, and we only feel 20%, not the whole thing, not the 100% of what I gave. So, imagine that 20% is the result of this, and the soul has chosen means it's a lot more. They did a lot more and they want to release it in this life. They want to experience that, and they needed to learn the coming out of the fear. See, when the husband passes out, right, they experience the society. So maybe they gave that experience in the past, so they need to experience. Number one, they need to learn coming out of the fear. They have to be courageous.
Yeah.
So when a woman gets courageous, not when the husband is there. They're locked in the room or they are always dependent on the husband, right? When the husband is gone, they don't have a choice. They have to be independent. They have to be leader. They have to take the leadership qualities. They have to be courageous. They have to release the fears will go. Immediately they will be fearful when the husband is gone. But after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, they learn. See how many things they learn? 4 things. Sometimes you might never learn taking the births, normal births. So the soul gets upset. Oh my God, I took waste of so many births. Let me take one birth. In a click, I will learn all this. So then they'll ask a soul.
This is so adventurous for.
I know, would you mind coming and leaving? So he will also select some of his, but that's not his karma. Leaving the body is not anybody's karma. A lot of people think that no. Leaving, and also sometimes the wife gets a dream. Everybody will get the dream that their loved one is leaving. Even son is leaving, or husband is leaving, or mother is leaving, unless they are aged, and that is different. But when they are leaving earlier, they'll get the dream. But we all don't believe in it. And then if you got the dream and you realized you believed in it, that's your future, right? There's a way how to avoid that.
Okay.
So they can say that, okay, I agree that I did related to this something in the past. I chose this to experience. I said 4 things, right? To experience all these 4. So show me what I did so that I can release it. So they can ask that. They can either get a vision in the meditation or in the sleep they can get. Getting the dream in the sleep is easier and fastest than a vision. But some people, they get the vision just like that. When they sit, they can see the whole drama, what they did. So when you see the drama, what you did, once you say from the heart, you get the tears that saying, when I didn't know properly, I don't have knowledge at that time, I did this, I agree, I'm extremely sorry. But now I'm helping everyone. I'm a meditator, I'm a light worker. So I will even do more seva to the society. Then they get a test out of that. If you pass in the test, sometimes they put 2 or 3 tests. Sometimes if you fail in one test, they don't do 2, 3. Gone.
Okay.
Again, they have to work on it. So we always say, be focused and conscious. You'll get a test, you need to pass in that test. Physically, sometimes in the dream also.
Okay.
So once you get that test, automatically when you pass, automatically, if you are in Pachatapam Parivartana, if you are in total
surrender.
Yeah, surrender. So when you say the sorry from your heart and then thankful to what you have, automatically that will release. And also the person who who came with you, right, the husband who is supposed to leave, they should also say that from the soul level, agree to stay back. They should say that, okay, now I have the body, the person is my soulmate. From my, they say manasa vacha karmana, I am from my heart, and also in a soul level, the agreement I am changing. I am going to live longer. So the minute, 3 times I have to say that. So they should say, talk to the soul, their own soul, and they have to convince themselves and they have to strongly say that I am going to stay on this earth, I am not leaving. I am extending my, because they will have the plan for the next life too. So
Right.
they have to go and take that. But this person decides to stay back, it's all our own will. No
True.
one is pushing you.
Yeah.
No one is, we don't need to blame the God. God is nowhere present in this. So the minute you say that, someone else will take that part.
Mm-hmm.
Some other soul will take that action of his next thing, who matches to that womb. So that won't stop. That will continue, take someone. But this person stays back. We have experienced it on so many cases. That is another tip.
Yeah.
So we
that's
had so many actually. Today our
Yeah.
Hanuma is helping the women.
Yes. So beautiful. A lot of learnings are there. We
Yes.
just need to awake ourselves. We just need to, aware of what we are thinking, what we are doing, how we can be more conscious, how to take conscious decisions.
Yes.
Yeah, these are adventurous and at the same time very helpful for our
Yes.
own journey and for the people around us.
So learning self-love is the number one thing for younger kids, especially nowadays. They are more dependent on the social media, on the people who are around them, because social media is teaching them your happiness lies on someone else. So constantly, because they went to Europe, their husband took it. My husband is not taking. That means you are depending on someone else for your happiness. Happiness lies in going to Europe or some other place, right? So these are all has to be stopped. So
And
self-love.
parents are responsible, I believe here. If parents teach them from early age, and they should be available
And
physically,
also don't give
mentally.
the phone when they are younger. When I
Yeah.
went to a restaurant, like the day I came from the US, everybody, the parents are nicely talking with each other, but the kids have either iPad or the phone. They put their legs up nicely. They're on those, not instead of eating or focusing on the food or spending time with the parents. Or sometimes some of the families, everybody has those cell phones, except the friends. Friends are chit-chatting nicely. But everybody has this, especially kids. The parents don't want to be bothered by the kids, so they're giving these gadgets when they're very young, when they're 8 months old, 6 months old, 1 year old. That's a very negative energy that will create lot of influence in their brain,
See, these children
especially with
are,
the AI.
these children are feeling somewhere lonely
Of
because
course, they have the phone is their friend. Even they're talking within the phone. That's what I heard recently. Within the phone, they communicate. I mean, within the car, they communicate through the phone. They're right next to them, but they communicate with the phone. Even I've seen some of the places I went to, friend's house or wherever. The kids are right next to each other. They're laughing, looking at that. I said, why are you laughing, looking at that? They're all communicating because they don't. I don't know, they want to get the privacy from us or what, but they are talking on the phone, but they're sitting right next to each other and they're laughing at the phone. So what kind of communication they're learning? They're
so
detaching from people. They're getting detached from the people, from the society, and they're influenced by these gadgets from the
yes,
negative
yes.
vibrations.
So only and only parents can help them. No one else
No,
can.
don't give the phones. Yeah.
Parents.
Don't give the phones
Yeah.
until I told my kids, my fifth, I think fifth grader, I think, or fourth or fifth grade, my son, my middle one, his name is Kavi. He came and said, "Mommy, whole class has the phones." you should buy us a phone. I said, oh, sure. You know me, I always say sure. I never say no to my kids. I said, which one you want? You want iPhone or Android or this, that? How much gigabytes do you want? Go and select which one you want. So already he was super happy. Really? You're going to give me the phone? Of course, your whole class has it. Why not? You should have to go. So he went. So he went and did the search and said, mommy, I want this model, this thing. I said, okay. And then which carrier you want? Oh, if I take the same carrier you have, it's only $5 you have to pay for the kids, because they want to addicted to it. So they give
They
you
want it
cheaper. Even the
for
phones also
children.
they're giving big companies free. So you don't need to spend much. I said, oh great, that's amazing. So I left him alone. So mentally he's satisfied. He got the phone. He's happy mentally. I didn't give him. So after 30 minutes I called him, because I wanted him to take time feeling that I have the phone, right? Enjoy mentally.
Yeah.
So when he came back, he told me that, Mummy, um, when I asked him to come, he came. I said, I need an opinion better from you, but it should be honest. Oh, I'll do anything for you, because I already gave him the phone mentally, right? So I said, okay. And then close your eyes, I said. He closed his eyes. I said, you are the father of fifth grader. Okay. So he's coming and asking you to buy a phone. I want you to feel what the fifth grader would use the phone and see the benefits of it. I never say that how he will not do all this. I will not say that. I will say benefits. So because I want to mentally attract him, I want to have those positive about mother. See, mother always says yes. She always gives, right? I gave. I said yes, but I didn't give. So he closed his eyes. After exactly 2 minutes, he opened. I said, after you're done, open. So he opened his eyes. I said, he said, I'm not going to give phone to my son. I said, why? He said, he's not going to do homework. He's going to, all the time he'll be on his phone, and he will do all these chit-chatting, which is not necessary. He'll waste his time. He said so many points, which some of them I didn't even know that could happen to a child. I was like, oh my God, he's so smart. And because he's seeing other kids, he's practically seeing. So he knows more than I do, because I never saw a kid using. I don't know how it feels. Then I said, okay. And then I didn't say anything. I left him go again. Okay, beta, thank you. You're so honest. I love you. I gave a kiss, hugged him nicely, being honest. See, I appreciated being honest. So always appreciate what they give you or do. So I patted him. He left. He's so happy now, because he was honest, and then mom appreciated, and mom gave what he wanted. So mentally he's super happy. And then after 30 minutes again I called. I said, as a mom, what do you think I should make the decision? Do you want me to give you the phone? So he said, no, you should not buy the phone. He didn't say for me. He just said you should not buy the phone. I was like, okay. So see what I did. I didn't make the decision. I gave him whatever he wanted. I never said no. Who made the decision? Child made the decision. So I made him CEO of his life. So since the childhood, you make him to make the decisions of his own. So he's not going to complain anymore. The whole class has. If I say no, every day he's going to say, my whole class has it. I'm the only one who don't have it. You never buy me anything for me. You're the mother. Always say no. All these would have came every single day. And then pressure of that, people will buy. So what happened here? They said no. They had they're teaching the child, if you continuously murmur or, shout at the mom or say this stuff, or they inconvenience, if you continuously say, mom will buy. So who is winning here? The negative is winning.
Yeah.
So, and already mom got the name mentally, she says no, but she bought it. Here I didn't buy. I didn't say no. So these are the tips are extremely important for the parents to use them.
This is extremely useful. Definitely, one should understand like how we convey, because this no, that is one more
even
burden.
with the husband, same thing. Don't say no. Say that, oh, definitely, if you don't agree with that. See, sometimes husband does not agree with you. Husband should say the same thing. Okay, let us think. We'll do a family decision.
Right.
It's not the thing like I'm greater than you are. We don't need to prove as a husband and wife. We are oneness.
Right.
So let us think. Let's take 2 days on this. Let us think. Let me also process this. And we will decide. That way, what happens in 2 days, we can always, go say someone else did it if the husband has ego or wife has ego. Then we can say someone else gave this tip. What do you think? You make the decision. I don't know. They said, I heard, I was not sure. So automatically they'll take what is the best. So you wanted the best in the family. It's not that I should be recognized that I'm smarter than you. So once we release the ego, the things will settle. Even for the children also, they don't see mom and dad arguing, fighting. See, all these things will affect a child.
Yeah. That's really very, very great tip for this generation. Even parents don't know how to deal with these kids because it's so horrible for them. They cannot say no.
So instead of saying no, even to the teenagers, you handle the same way. You ask them questions when they drink and come or when they come late. What is the purpose, beta, coming late? So whatever you're doing, what is benefiting to your body? Don't say, what is the drink is benefiting to you. Just say whatever you're doing. So use the words very positive, very nurturing as a mother. And very, cute way you ask. Then they will say, then they will start thinking, really, what is helping me? I'm wasting all this time. Make them to realize and feel. Instead of shouting at them, instead of saying those words, let them feel them. But ask the questions.
Yeah. The way we speak, that is really very much important. That is, if we say good things in a wrong way, that will always go in wrong direction. So this is really very beautiful discussion, and especially
I love that you made it as a discussion instead of as a questionnaire. I loved today's class. It came out really good. I'm so happy.
Thank you so much, Annie ma'am, for bringing this beautiful topic for women especially. So at last, your short message to women and society, so that this earth can be a better place for women and for everyone.
Thank you to all the PMC workers, all the volunteers. It's my Atma Pranamams, and also the Hanuman is the one who channeled through me. That's why you got so much of wisdom, and I'm thankful to my Hanuman and also to PMC.
Hey friends, at the end, I really don't have anything to say you. You have got a lot of answers if you are really going through such challenges, and if you have just chosen such life of suffering, then now you know how to come out of that, how to take a lead, how to take a right call now. So there is always free will to choose right thing and to be a leader for thousands of people. So as you started meditation, this is the time to teach so many people, to be a motivational masters, to give your experience, to share your experience to everyone, so that other people can learn from you and they don't need to learn from their own experience of years and years. Thank you friends, thank you for watching this episode, and please like, share, subscribe, please share this video with everyone. Thank you friends.